Hello everyone. This is a very important video we are posting today on YouTube. I need to ask you a question, and this question goes out to raw vegan people, or those trying to be meat free or a raw vegan diet. Do you support people like me who are trying to be raw vegan, who are trying to be meat free? I repeat that again, because it's not just me involved. Do you support people like Laura and myself who are trying to be meat free and have to deal with all the difficulties of this diet, which are emotional, which are financial, and which are also difficulties in the taste and the transition from moving off this diet of meat and cooked foods? I'm a very good eater, but want to remove meat from the diet. This video explains the problems we've been having during our diet and our journey, and it will show you the effects of what this diet has had on us. So we'd like you to watch the whole video and try and be objective about it, and think about the ones who are trying hard, and I mean damn hard, because you think there are different people on this planet. People have different abilities. Let's say for example, I'm a person that can get on a treadmill. I can burn 3,000 calories plus in 2 hours. Not many people can do that. I can burn calories 5,000 plus in a day. There's not many people do that. Not many can do it. So we all have our talents and what we can do and what we can't do. So I wanted to tell you something about this. It's a warning. If you're going to go on a raw food diet, I'm not talking about cooked foods. I'm talking about raw food diet, and also an increase in fruit. Make sure you purchase organic only vegetables if you're going to eat them raw, and make sure you purchase organic only fruit if you're going to eat them. And I'll tell you why. Before you went on this fruit and raw vegetable diet, your consumption of chemicals are totally different than if you go on consuming huge amount of plants and fruits which have been chemically sprayed. Those chemical sprays can have a huge impact on your body when you're eating huge volume of raw food. I'm going to give you an example of why this doesn't matter so much with cooked foods. When you eat cooked foods, you boil and you throw and rinse most of the nutrients out, as if you cook foods and throw most of the nutrients away. When I boil food, I don't throw most of the nutrients away, but because you boil it, you kill most of the chemicals or mix it into the food. But I know eating raw food and raw chemicals, no matter how much you wash it, you're consuming more pesticide chemicals into your system, and this can have detrimental effects on your system. I believe can even cause cancer. So healthy eating has to be done properly, and you have to eat organic. And I would say there should be a channel called Organic Raw Vegan Diet. Organic Raw Vegan Diet. Because you've got these people with these sprays and they're spraying the bottle. Pesticides on your food, spraying. God gives us rain, which is pure water. Man pollutes the rain, turns it into acid rain. But acid rain isn't pesticide. So we're getting this pesticide on our plants as well as acid rain on our plants. Polluted air on our plants. So the least you can do for yourself is get organic fruit and organic veg. The problem with that is the cost. The cost is astronomical. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog and watch the diet we're eating today. Okay, and keep an objective view and work out if you're the kind of person that actually supports raw vegan diets and support people trying and don't criticize people or judge people. We are animal lovers as well. Laura and I adore animals. We adore pets, we adore animals. We go into farms and we adore the peaceful cattle. And it's something on our conscience. For someone to say because we eat a bit of meat that we don't love animals, it's absolutely ridiculous. Or someone tell us that. Hello everyone. Here is our dinner for today. Yes, it appears to be a shocking dinner for those who are raw vegans or vegans alike, but we have to be honest and put on this channel what we actually eat. We hardly eat any meat compared to most people. Very little meat, loads of fruit, but we've got a craving for meat and also need to eat food and cannot afford the raw vegan diet in the UK. But there's another main reason of having a bit of meat in the diet. To do with my partner Laura, she's been suffering since we've increased our raw food and fruit intake. She started suffering with a condition called eczema. She's had this for quite a while. How long has it been now for? About 8 months? Getting worse? 2 years. 2 years? Yeah. 2 years. We've been in this diet for just over 3 years, but Laura's eczema has been started about 2 years, but now it's really bad, which will show you how bad it is. I read a report saying that eczema sufferers need to stay away from dairy, but they need meat in their diet. So I'm not going to go on meats, but fish, my percentage of meat what I've cut down will be fish. If I ever have any food, will be fish, or sometimes maybe a small bit of lamb if I ever have it, or a small bit of chicken. But the majority of my food is vegetables and fruit. That's the majority of my food. This diet is extremely difficult and challenging, and it's not easy for everyone to just get on this diet and be on it and say I'm eating raw. There's a lot of emotional problems to deal with as well. You know, we've got a lot of emotional problems to deal with. You've got to know people's past and what they've got to deal with in life. It ain't just about the food. Okay, so diet is not about diet, it's about your life all around. Also the expense is a big thing on this diet as well. And we eat so much fruit and veg. The cost is astronomical. Okay, so we're going to show you our diet. And if you support us, you'll watch this, that we're sharing it with you, because our journey has moved from 75% meat down to 15% meat. So here we are. And don't judge people, because we don't judge vegans. Vegans eat foods and some of them think they're better than anyone else, and they think, Corey, you eat this, and they judge you. Well, I don't give a hell about what you think of us. We're just showing our diet honestly and of what we're eating. Okay? We are animal lovers. We love animals. We would not harm animals ourselves. But these products are on the shops for us to eat, and humans have been eating it for years. I've been brought up on meat, but I'm glad to say my meat consumption has come right down, extremely down. So therefore this planet is a better place. So we just need support from people, and no hate mail and no hate comments, as we'll just delete them. Okay, so take a look at this dish. This is the fish I prepared with Coniston peppers, pumpkin, tomato, mixed herbs, extra virgin olive oil, garlic, and in the next pan here
We have spring onions and garlic, and we're having that with a bit of cabbage. Let's close this down a little so you can see detail. There's cabbage here. We're going to put in with the fish, and it all goes in at one dish, like a sort of casserole, and cooked for about an hour. Yes, it's fish, and take a look. I didn't kill the fish; it was killed already. So if I don't eat it, someone else is going to eat it. And I'm on a journey where I'm en route to quitting meat. Laura's got a problem with her skin, and we have to research and find out why eczema has developed the more we increase our fruit intake. With me, I found a solution with my boxing in terms of calories. I consume more dates and more bananas, and it takes care of the calories. The protein side I find with the nuts. I get bored of nuts, like almond, sesame seeds and all that. I'm just bored of it. So I tend to want to eat fish and chicken if I burn a 5,000 calorie session. The body's cravings for these actual foods. So a person who who's not an athlete cannot comment on a person who's an athlete who burns the amount of calories I burn and train like I do. This is where you have to get things in perspective. It's people who train really hard and burn and condition themselves like no other. Like say for instance boxers, you get heavyweight boxers, like say Mayweather, and he couldn't survive on the raw diet unless he enjoyed the food and was brought up on that kind of food. But transitioning from a meat eater down to a raw diet, being a boxer, is extremely difficult. I have to mention this because this is a reality if you want to succeed on this sort of diet. We have people we follow and admire, like Tanya Raw and Victoria Raw Vegan, and these people just keep us and pointing in that positive direction. But we are honest, and we like to show what we actually eating. It's better us being honest than dishonest. We hope you enjoyed this vlog. I'm going to show you the eczema on Laura's skin. That's the eczema she's suffering with. Now if you take a look at this eczema, it's spreading like wildfire. The more we've increased the fruit, we've noticed that the more, for Laura, not me, Laura, her skin is covered with this eczema condition. It really is bad, and she's itching. We've tried all the cream, the coconut oils, and this eczema is spreading everywhere. And it's really worrying me. I'm really worried about it. And how do you feel, Laura, on having this eczema?
For me, it's the worst thing ever. It's like you're embarrassed to go out sometimes because it's on your skin. It's very uncomfortable, very irritable. You don't feel pretty like when I was before, when I was pure. It's quite distressing, very emotional. You don't know what to eat sometimes because you don't know if it's going to aggravate your eczema, and the list goes on.
And the main problem is we have here, right, is Laura, before she met me, was on a highly contaminated diet. She ate lots of packet foods. The food she ate was incredible. If I was to film what she ate, you would not believe it. She was malnourished as a child, and as she met me, I fed her and the family. I fed them proper food. And then we come to this vegan lifestyle diet. But you can see the eczema, it's extremely bad. I get a close look, the eczema on the skin, I'm thinking maybe this fruit and the veg is pushing out all the toxins that she's been eating. Because there's a saying, it's like Carl Sandan says, it takes 5 years being on a raw vegan diet, meat-free, to say you can claim yourself as being a meat-free eater. Not 1 month or 2 months. I mean 5 years not eating any meat or any kind of contaminated food. Then you can consider yourself a raw food eater. I'm thinking maybe all these toxins Laura had in the blood, in the body, is pushing out to the surface and coming out, and you can see where it is. We're going to show you elsewhere where she has this eczema. Right, you can see the eczema between Laura's arms and the joints. It's extremely irritating, and she keeps on scratching it because the itching is so terrible. She wants to, I've told her, if you itch eczema it gets worse, but she says she can't help it because the itching is so bad. Could you explain, Laura, how bad the itching is?
The itching is like so intense that you just got no control. Like when I'm sleeping, I itch without realise that I'm doing it. It's like unbearable.
And you say it burns as well, does it?
After you've itched it, like burns like fire, and I've got it all across my bum, and I can't sit down sometimes, and I just have to shake my body to think of something else. And also got it on my hips, and it's going up my back and up on the back of my knees in the creases.
We'll show you the eczema on the back of Laura's knees.
And it's making me really depressed.
And here's the eczema at the back of Laura's legs. It's extremely frightening. Never had anything like this before. And all of a sudden we notice the more fruit we eat and the less of the meats for Laura, she's been getting the eczema. We've worked it out, she's been getting more of the eczema. When she's cut all the milk products, everything out, she gets more of the, she gets the eczema. Maybe, is it that the body is changing so much, not used to the junk food she used to eat. And when she has occasional craving, like a chocolate bar or something, or occasional meat, does it stir it up? When she has occasional dairy, which is so rare, does this stir up the eczema? How does this eczema come? Why does it come? Does she go back to the original diet? Well, not the junk diet, but original diet of normal meat. Will this reduce it? But the problem is, we don't like meat like we used to. So it's really confusing for us now. We could not go back to meat like we used to. Not at all. So we also miss the fruits. We went back to the porridge and the Weetabix cereals and shredded wheat, Special K. We just can't eat those things no more. You know, so it's quite difficult. I feel sorry for my Laura, and this is really worrying me, this eczema. So if anyone got any help they can give us, please do so, because this is putting so much stress on us, and I'm very depressed with it. And you imagine my partner is extremely depressed with it.
I'd just like to say, people that are suffering with eczema, and especially severe eczema, I really would like to know how you deal with it, what diet you're on, what products you take, and how it helps you, and how you've suffered and how you've cured the eczema. So please leave your comments down below. It would be much appreciated. Thank you.
This is our dish before it goes into the oven. All I've got to add to it is the cabbage, which will go on top, and it all will cook with a lid on top, keeping all the nutrients inside. Gonna put a bit of foil on top to cover it with foil, and we'll eat it. And that's it. We have a diet, our food. We're gonna live. This dish is quite healthy. It's quite a healthy dish. It's not raw vegan, but it's cooked and it is healthy. You compare this to McDonald's or meat, beef dishes. This is good food. There's loads and loads of vegetables in there. There's pumpkin, garlic, onions, natural, extra cold pressed virgin olive oil, and a little of that as well, not much. No salt added at all. So it's quite a good dish, and hopefully we'll find a solution to Laura's eczema and hopefully get to be meat free in the end. But as you know, it's a journey we take, and it takes time. You just can't rush and say I'm going to be a raw vegan in 1 week or 1 month or 1 year. You do not know how long it will take you. Some get there quicker, some take a long while. Some can afford it, some can't. So it takes a while. So I hope you understand, and I hope you enjoy this vlog, because it's your understanding and your support that will get us and help us be meat free, and all others who are struggling. And thank you for watching, and take care. Goodbye. Just bought another crate of tomatoes, massive crate. You've got 2 layers, that on top and then on the bottom as well. There's another layer underneath. You take a look under there. It's a lot of tomatoes. Nice and organic. I tend to pick these and eat them when I'm hungry. I take the tomatoes and I eat them. They're very good for you. Nice and healthy. We're feeling extremely hungry, so this is just a quick snack to eat before our main dinner. Dates and red grapes.